both
All of
pro
a
and
sudden, you're going to
college.
get fucking outbreaks everywhere. You know
Well,
what I mean?
that's half the problem. Like, I mean, Ohio State just shut down their voluntary program because they didn't release numbers, but apparently they had a high number of student athletes coming back with the Rona.
Well, dude, you're literally breathing in someone's face
Right.
and on someone's skin and uniform the entire time you're playing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? You can't. That's like NHL too. I don't know how. Well, at least they're wearing visors, but I mean, I don't know how they're going to be able to socially distance either. I mean, the only thing feasible socially distance-wise would probably be baseball.
Well, like what's funny, like what's really funny is like the NFL
Don't meet up.
Yeah. So the NFL announced like some of their guidelines for COVID-19.
Yeah, I could probably light that on fire and put it in the garbage can.
But it was like funny because it's like immediately after the game, like there's no handshakes like normally like after a game like you see handshakes and stuff. Like, no, you go straight to the locker room. There's no after game mingling. Like you just spent 3 hours like jumping on top of each other. But now
you just spent 3 hours in the bedroom.
Yeah. But now not the game is over. Not the game is over. No, we don't want you touching each other.
Okay.
There's no jersey swaps. Which again, I just spent 3 hours. I mean, it makes no sense. Like these, like especially with a game of football, like it makes no sense. Like with the NBA and the NHL, like you don't have to have because you're playing in the bubble.
NBA. I know, but not even NBA. I mean, when someone's posting up on you, dude. I mean, what are you gonna play? What are you gonna let them play horse for a while and see who wins?
Well, no, but my point is that it's different because they're in this quote unquote bubble down in Disney World, where they're not going out. They're not seeing people. They're just staying at their hotels or they're going to games or practices, and they're being tested like every day.
Right.
So like that makes more sense because you're basically being isolated.
Well, the one game changer at all of this, if it gets acknowledged for what it is, which I think it is already, but once they say that shit's airborne,
yeah,
everything's done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
There's no defense.
Yeah.
Which I think it's airborne anyway, but I mean, like, there's just no defense against that. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. So, I mean, are players going to wear masks? How weird would that be? But I mean, like, are they?
No.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't get it either.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like more than any other sport, like with football, it just doesn't make any sense because there's no way to do it in a bubble, like the NHL or the NBA is doing.
Right.
There's no way to isolate these players, at all. There's no way.
Right.
I know they're talking about like the only way players can go to and from the game is via bus. Like the team buses take you back to the team hotel. You're supposed to be isolated the night before, tested. Like all this horseshit's supposed to take place like the night before the game.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of times, like even like if you're on a away team, like you rent a car or you'll take like an Uber to you want to get to this, like you want to get to the stadium at a certain time, so you'll go on your own. A lot of guys would do that. I've read that before.
Yeah.
They'll go down, they'll eat, and then they'll go straight to the stadium, or some guys like to get there a little later, a little earlier, whatever it is. But they would get there on their own. And like the NFL's like, no, everybody goes all together.
Yeah.
This is new rule,
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all kind of plays out. Like I more than any other sport, I just don't see how you can have a football season.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah. Like you can do what the NHL and the NBA is doing to finish their seasons and have their playoffs like with this bubble. But like with the NFL, that shit just doesn't work at all. And I just don't see how you can.
I don't see it either.
Yeah.
I don't.
But right now they're full steam ahead. Teams report to training camp July 28th.
I think they've offered season ticket holders their money back.
Pretty sure what I read was it was like, we'll give you your money back depending upon the situation.
Yeah.
So like right now the Steelers are planning on having fans in the stands. They don't know exactly how many yet. I know they've, they announced that, no matter what, fans have to wear a mask. But it's like, I can't see how you're going to have any people in the stands.
No.
And even with like Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball is like full steam ahead right now for August 1st start.
No.
60-game season. And I guess it's a little bit easier to kind of, because when you're on the road, your travel as a team and stuff like that, like, you're gone 6-7 days at a time.
Yeah.
Man, I just, even without fans, I'm not quite sure how you're going to get through a full 60 games without having some sort of major outbreak at some point.
I know. There's no way, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's a big pipe dream at this point, but I mean, it's either one of two things. They're putting the brave face on, right? They're trying to get through it, or number two is they just don't care.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I think like especially with college football, it's a situation where like many times like like the University of Alabama is a nice campus for a reason. It's because of college football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these major programs, it's not just the sports programs that they support. A lot of times it's the university itself.
Right.
Because of the money that's coming in from TV, from radio, from the internet, from all these different areas. That college football is king when it comes to shit like that. And donations, everything else are all based upon how good your college football team did. Yeah. And so like I think college sports, like in many ways, like I think there are some of these bigger universities, like some of these bigger programs that are like, we need to get through this because if we don't, the university's going to lose money.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the problem is some of these schools are kind of like, they're weighing the, is it worth the risk or not? Because we need the money type of situation. We need to upgrade the library, and oh boy, we could use that college football money.
Right.
So, but if they don't play, like they're not even getting TV money then.
Yeah.
And that's why like the NBA and the NHL are so desperate to come back, because they want to finish off the seasons to get the rest of the money they're owed. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole thing. And it's the same thing with the NFL. The NFL's in a situation where, like, you don't play, you don't get paid.
Right.
So not only the players, Patrick Mahomes just signed a 10-year, $500 million deal. I'm sure he wants to collect some of that money.
Yeah.
But like, the teams themselves are, billions of dollars are at stake per year, just based upon, the TV contracts and stuff.
Right.
So
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. It's a tough situation, and like I don't envy anybody, and it's tough to be like, well, I feel bad for these billionaires and millionaires, but like at the same time, like guy number 53 on the team, he's not making that much money,
Yeah.
it's not. So no, I don't feel bad for the top guys because they have the money to sit on. But it's like the guys who don't have that money to sit on that you feel bad for because now they're looking around kind of like, well, what do I do? You know, I guess I'm getting a job at Target. You know,
how much they get paid?
Well, okay, so if you're like, I mean, it's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think the league. I mean, look. So I'm willing to bet it's like at least $75,000.
Yeah.
What is the NFL salary? Wow, boy, was I way off. The minimum annual salary for an active roster player with a one-year contract is $480,000.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. But what if you haven't gotten that yet?
Yeah, I mean, for these first years, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Well, you were back in '89 there, boy.
I was, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I bet he makes about $75 a year. Yeah. Good Lord. But still, like, I mean, like,
working the White Eagle at night.
yeah. Well, like, the funny thing is that, from watching Ballers, it's funny how, like I look at that $480,000 and go, fuck, I could live like a king for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, these motherfuckers spend it like it's water, though.
Oh, they do.
You know, and the next thing you know, like, because the thing to remember too with like the NFL, you get that $480,000 in those 16 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
You know, 17 weeks. So you're basically going so if you don't make the playoffs, you're basically going from January 1st to early August, early September, 9 months without a paycheck.
Yeah.
And somehow these motherfuckers end up broke.
Right.
You know, so I mean, that's the thing I witnessed. Like watching Ballers, they've kind of brought that to light. Like, these guys will just spend this motherfucking money like it's like they don't even know. And the next thing you know, it's July, and you know, they're like, oh man, I'm gonna be eating ham sandwiches. You know, just
Pick me up for camp.
yeah, I'm ready. So, so that's what I mean. Like, I mean, you know, some people are just fucking stupid.
What are you packing? Peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah. They go from shopping at like the fucking
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods to shopping at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
You know.
They spend it all, dude.
Yeah. All right. So what else you been up to, man?
Not much. It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
I have to say. Yeah. It's all.
It was a brutal week.
Yeah, it's hot as hell this week.
Whew. I was feeling it.
Were you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the office isn't air conditioned, so I got my ass.
Jesus. Why don't you come downstairs?
Because the setup is upstairs. I don't have an option to run it downstairs. And I don't have enough cable to run it like anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, it is what it is. It just, you suffer through it. But man, like, I was feeling it.
Were you?
Yeah. It was a rough day, a rough few days, to say the least.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just gotta suck it up and do it, you know. But It's one of those things where, like, you know, like